Yes, more moments of seeing, more moments of hearing, more moments of thinking, more moments of clinging, and we hope more moments of understanding the truth.
And to everyone as well.
Just like now. Like Nina, before she passed away, she had been fading away and had been forgetting to join. And so, not a surprise, she'd been more and more poorly in her health. Time up. Time up for the end of what we call this lifetime, beginning of the new one.
And see again, hear again.
Think again. For those who just joined, I was just mentioning to Ajahn about Yotika passing away a couple of days ago, and she was just fading away. But she was in her 90s, and as Ajahn said, more moments of seeing, more moments of hearing. We think of the person, we think of this life as so important, but actually just different dharmas arising and falling away now. New life on and on while there are conditions. Everything about this life forgotten, just more seeing, more thinking. But we appreciate that her interest in the Dhamma and the listening and considering and understanding while there were opportunities here. And when we met her, she was so appreciative of the discussions that we had here and then. Nina, you mentioned that being disappointed to miss the discussion on Monday. So how about bringing up any topic that you would like to consider? You were talking about conditions.
Yes, Sarah, thank you so much. I was about to say that I appreciate, the consistent of listening and considering what Achan has always said. Normally, if it was the Nina before, I would be, so I feel so bad that I missed this Monday session because I was, all the planning, all the everything. But then then again, it's just all by conditions, and that one condition to understand such reason is a condition to let go of self, of the past, clinging to what should have been done better, to remind myself to join the Zoom discussion. But as Ajahn said, it's all by condition, and there's no one there. The anattanness really helps one who are clinging to oneself to sort of escape from that pressure, that moment of pain, and that moment of I should have joined the Zoom meeting.
And I think that when one remembers it's just this moment. So John was just talking about seeing now, this life, next life, any life. It's just seeing now, no matter in the discussion or not in the discussion, here or there. It's just this very moment. So there can be understanding of seeing whether one joins or doesn't join. And it's the seeing now that is conditioned. We think conventionally about, joining the Zoom discussion is conditioned, but actually it's just the seeing now, the hearing now, the thinking now, just different dharmas one at a time. So whether one misses out or not, it's just different moments that are conditioned. And regret, for the Sotapanna, no regret, because there is the understanding that each moment of seeing, each moment of anger, each moment of clinging, it arises by conditions, and like you say, doesn't belong to me or anyone. All gone. All gone.
Oh God.
Perhaps Ajahn would like to add more.
Yes.
Anything you'd like to talk about?
Yes, Ajahn. I've been coming back and forth to the nimitta. I was just wondering if thinking has a nimitta.
Right now, all are limiters. All. See, because that which is seen is only that which can be seen. No one in it, nothing in it at all. So how come to be someone now seen? See, consider that. Consider that again and again and again. How can there be anyone seen? Impossible. Only ignorance is there, not understand the nature of seeing, and that which is not there as someone, and begin to understand only a moment of seeing is light. So thinking of someone seen in darkness. So we just live in darkness of everything except just a speck of light. At moment of seeing, that's all. So true. In order to gradually eliminate the idea of self or something, how long it will take to take everything out or away from that which is seen. Nothing is there at all. So no one, only through mind that is thinking about all which seen and heard and smelled and tasted as someone or something all day in life, from life to life. How long ago? Years, years, and years up to now, this life. On and on again and again, added more darkness, see, of ignorance. That's why we can understand the truth. The world does not appear as it is at all, each moment. What appears is only the nimitta of a reality. For example, just one moment of seeing, only one moment of seeing. The citta before seeing experiences the object by way of adverting to that which is there, impinged on the eye base, and then seeing just arise and gone instantly with 7 jitasikas. Is it so important? Seeing itself is only conditioned by karma to experience the object, which is sometimes pleasant and sometimes unpleasant. Different moments by different karma, kusala karma or akusala karma, conditioned seeing just to be a moment only of seeing with 7 jatasikas as vipaka, not kusala or akusala or kiriya. So is it so very important? Seeing itself is not important at all, but the memory of what is seen from moment to moment condition the idea of everything, of the whole world, of peace and war, and this person or that person, on and on, endlessly. Thinking about realizing the truth, it has to be like what we are saying in darkness, isn't it? Right understanding is sharp enough from moment of begin to be true to the truth. What now appears does not appear as it is at all. As long as it's something seen, as long as every day, every moment, added more and more attachment to oneself, of someone, or many things around in one's life, darker and darker, deeper and deeper of ignorance, no understanding of that which is dark as is not as dark as the mind process. Because there is light now, but when the sun gone in darkness, we can see, or the eye or the seeing can experience darkness as it's dark in darkness, but it's not as dark as the mind, though, right?
Yes,
At
Ajahn.
all. Many processes on and on through the mind, though. And the most of darkness is ignorance. It cannot understand the truth of anything at all. Even what is now appearing is just that which can be seen. Only that. We don't need to say green or red or black, but the green, the red, and black begin to condition someone or something there. So permanent, not arise, not fall away at all. So hearing that word Buddha, how great wisdom of enlightenment to the truth of every moment, as it is much more than what he taught for 45 years. So learn to understand the truth, be true to the truth right now. And it is the beginning of letting go, clinging to what is there as something as before, beginning to understand darkness of ignorance. So dark, so no matter in what world, from birth to death, on and on, it's the very big prison of darkness, of ignorance. In darkness of ignorance, there's no way out at all. Even at night, when the room or the bedroom is dark, nobody can find a way out of the room at all. But try so hard by touching this and that to have the idea whether it's the way out or not. That's why each moment now is much more darker, because even in light, no way out of ignorance, if there's no hearing about the truth of what is there and begin to be true to the truth, Satya Bharani, no matter how long, it depends on just understanding itself to develop little by little to understand how subtle what is there appearing is, but not as it is, until right understanding begin to be true to the truth. Seeing now is not seeing just a moment ago. Everything now. That's why what Buddha taught is so true. Understanding that which has arisen right now. Only that which is now has condition to make it arise now. So understand that which has arisen now so far, isn't it?
Yes, Ajahn.
And all depends on condition. And what we heard, the truth of what is there now, is the condition to understand little by little with patience and virya effort, not to let go the meaning of the truth of what is said of one reality at a time. Even seeing itself now sees no attention to seeing at all.
Mm.
See, so how can there be the understanding of seeing as just a reality, experience that which is seen just one moment? See, one moment cannot be anything at all. But the many moments of seeing condition then nimitta of seeing to be known, that seeing now sees. And that which is seen is only that which is seen by nimitta, not by just one speck or whatever it is. So great patience now, understanding how subtle reality is, condition, the letting go, of clinging to the results, to understand what is there. So very soon, impossible. And this is the path, the only path, right understanding of the subtlety of the truth of this moment. A little more, a little more. Is the way to let go the idea of self. Not as we read how many factors of enlightenment, the Eightfold Path, and so on, not the word, but the truth, right understanding now only. Naturally, all are conditioned dhammas. So natural, because it's the way it is, by conditions. So if there is just intention, even just very slightly, it's wrong. Sila pata pramasa. Even the way is known, the path is known. But in daily life, the beginning to understand the truth has to be so little by little, not at will, because Chetana is not the factor of the enlightenment of the path. It's not the one of the Eightfold Path. So when Chetana is there, it's I. See? That's why Panya has to be so keen that it can understand no matter what is very slight attachment or ignorance of the idea of self.
Mm.
Take time so long by itself, not by anyone. More than that, no one can do anything or by conditions. And that is the only way. So the path is so very subtle to understand the first truth or dhammas or conditioned dhammas, anicca, dukkha, anatta, right now, until it's time by condition. Unexpectedly, anatta is so anatta. When the time is right, it's right time, it's ripe enough. It can understand by conditions, not at anyone's will or intention or expectation. No one can expect what would be next moment. So why try so hard to expect to have results? It's wrong. And this is not anyone. It's right understanding. Panya Barami. Condition a little more wholesome realities. Otherwise, unwholesome is there. More and more, little by little, added. That's the way it is. Dham. Pariyati, understand thoroughly, truly, wisely of whatever is there. To be conditioned for the moment of sudden or instant awareness with right understanding of what is there right now. Understand that which has arisen now. That's the way it is. Great patience, parami, not just in this life, and it has to be by itself. Anytime, not at anyone's will or expectation at all. So just learn to understand what is there now, little by little. Each very deep. That's why we can talk about the truth of anything, any moment. The ultimate truth of this moment is Dhamma.
Yes, Ajahn, thank you for the beautiful reminder. Without you, there's no condition for right understanding at all. I would like to go further to clear my doubt. What's the object of ignorance?
Now, is that right?
That's right, Ajahn.
Even that is not known, not far away at all. That is seen right now. What is the object of ignorance? No understanding of seeing.
I'm seeing right now. Yes.
And that is
Ajahn.
the same any thought, anytime.
So beautiful. It's right now. It's happening right now, and it's there now.
Just to add briefly to that, because I think it's people have an idea that ignorance is like being ignorant of something, which is the common understanding. But actually, ignorance is only ignorant of what is the object of the citta at that moment. So ignorance is a mental factor that arises with each akusala citta, and it has the same object as the citta with which it arises. So it means it's being ignorant of what is the object of citta at that moment. It doesn't mean being ignorant of things in general and not having knowledge about this and that and the other.
It's after the seeing that ignorance is there. Once you don't know what is there now.
In the moments of thinking, or even in the sensed or process itself, there are some moments of the javana stage of kusala or akusala, but in the many mind or moments that follow the sensed or experiencing process,
yes,
if they're akusala, if they're akusala, ignorance will be there.
So the object would be the citta that follows after the seeing, either as attachment or aversion.
Yes, there can be the akusala cittas that follow the moment of seeing can be with or without attachment and aversion. They must have ignorance. They could have ignorance only, or they could have ignorance plus attachment, or ignorance plus aversion. Yeah.
But when ignorance comes alone, well, which is vichikicha or uttaja, which is doubt, or what is uttaja in English anyway?
Uttaja is restlessness, isn't
yes,
it?
Restlessness.
Yeah.
So at that moment, ignorance alone doesn't combine with lopa or dosa, aversion or attachment. So the object would be thinking.
The object is still whatever is the object of the citta. So it could be a concept, or it could be, well, it's likely to be a concept.
It's likely to be a concept. Yes, you're right.
Thank you, Jonathan. It's a different idea than what we think of as ignorance. So it's the opposite of there being understanding. If you ask if there's panya at that moment, what is the object of the panya? Well, it's the same as the object of the citta.
Yes. It's the same object as the citta.
Yes.
That understands. Yes.
Yes. But when it's a kusala, there's no understanding. So there's ignorance in terms of the reality of the moment.
Yes, I think we never sort of pick up the topic about Tomi Ramana, where there's Panyati, where there's Nibbana, where the mind door knows Nibbana, Panyati, and the reality. So when it comes to the six, when it comes to the so there's 5 sense door and one mind door. So when it comes to mind door, we sort of classified it to that the mind door might understand Panyati. Am I right?
When you say understand Panyati, the mind door is what thinks about Panyati. It thinks in terms of Panyati, yes.
So it thinks in terms of the reality.
Could you give an example of what you because mostly the object of the mind door is a concept. It can only be a reality when when it's immediately following the sense door process,
Yeah.
just for the, or when there is understanding of a reality that appears to
Yes.
awareness and understanding.
Yes.
Right. But apart from that, then the minder object is going to be a
concept.
A concept.
Yes. I see. I see. Okay. Thank you.
Nina, just a couple of points from some of your comments. So seeing now, hearing, thinking, they're dhammas, and when they appear, when there's any awareness of them, it's always by nimitta, not one seeing, but many, many seeings, not one visible object, many, many visible objects. And just the same for thinking, the citta that thinks, it's a dhamma, or any of the cetasikas, they're different dhammas. So it's always by nimitta that they appear, many, many, many of them before the characteristic appears. And with regard to tadaramana, so in the sense door process, 2 tadaramanas arise at the end of the process, just if the object, for example, the visible object, hasn't fallen away yet. So there are just 2 more cittas which experience that same object. And if the sense door process is ended with 2 tadaramanas, then the following mind door process also has the tadaramana cittas. As Jonathan said, at least the first mind door process experiences the same object. So they're just 2 extra cittas when the visible object still hasn't fallen away, because as you know, it lasts for 17 times as long as the citta, and it depends when the adverting consciousness arises at what point of the visible object. So if the visible object is still there at the end of the viti cittas that have experienced a visible object, but it still needs 2 more viti cittas, then the tadaramanas arise and experience the same object. That's all.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. This is it clears out that it's the same object. Yes.
Same object, yes.
Same
yes.
object.
Yeah. So thinking now, but we think about thinking, we think about a story of thinking, but it's just a citta arise one after the other, and they can only be known by nimitta. And the same for the vitaka or the other cetasikas, it's always by way of nimitta. Whatever appears is by way of nimitta, as the Ajahn said, or no matter a reality or a concept, is always by way of nimitta.
I understand.
And the other thing to mention about ignorance is that, as I said, it's not our conventional idea of ignorance, because when those akusala cittas are arising, which is most of the time, there is still the experiencing of the object and knowing and processing of the object. So the world isn't blank just because there's ignorance with the mind door process. So it actually means that ignorance of the truth of the present moment, not ignorance of, not total ignorance of what's being experienced.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always think differently. Like I always said, because of ignorance, that's why the world is so bad all the time.
Right.
There's not going to be blank moment because of ignorance.
Right. Yeah. That's right.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much, John.
Yeah, I think whatever we talk about conditions or ignorance, we think of a story because of ignorance and there's all this trouble in the world. But actually, ignorance is just right now for a moment. The conditioned realities are just now for a moment. Whatever arises is just for a moment. Anything further you'd like to ask to say, Ajahn?
just about now. See, can one moment of seeing be the object of understanding or awareness? Impossible, isn't it? Because there are many moments before seeing moment and many moments after seeing moment. That's why now what is seen or what sees, all by nimitta, not just at one moment at all. So what about the understanding of one reality at a time? Nimitta of whatever is there. When we talk about the processes, from process to process, one moment of seeing cannot be realized or cannot be the object of understanding. And when there is clear understanding with direct awareness, it's just the same as now. But right understanding is there with direct awareness. The difference is that now we are talking about realities which appear, but what level of awareness is there? That's why we learn to understand more dhammas, not just only seeing, hearing, thinking, understanding, but what are there? Even the seven jetasikas, do we have clear understanding of each of them enough? But it doesn't matter at all, because if we try so hard to understand it, it's I clinging again, very subtle, that wanting to know for what? For I, or for the sake of understanding the truth. That's why just one reality at a time is not clear to understand at the very beginning. But the more listening, the more careful considering about each reality, it becomes a little more clear understanding to let go the idea of self. So very gradually, unknowingly, and that is the way it is, the way to let go of the idea of I with ignorance and wrong understanding. So understand the truth of what is there a little more, that's all. No matter what we are talking about. For example, can there be ignorance of seeing in the same process of seeing?
No, Ajahn.
Really?
In the same process. You mean after seeing? Ignorance
Chavanajita?
follow.
Chavanajita?
Can akusala chitas arise in the idle process?
I would say at the moment of seeing, no, but in the process,
Not
yes.
at the moment of seeing, but after the moment of
Yes.
seeing, two more vipaka chitas, one kiriya chitta, and then before tadaramana, what is there before tadaramana, if it arises?
Javana.
Yes, what kind of javana?
It could be kusala or akusala.
Akusala. And if
Yes.
it's akusala, is ignorance there?
Yes, it's there.
So in the process of seeing, in the idle process, yes.
Yes, Ajahn. So my answer is yes. Thank you, Sarah. Ajahn, please continue. Thank you.
That's why a little more. Upanishyapachaya. You know what is meant by Nishyapachaya?
Something,
Nishyapachaya.
a condition, the condition that follows for a very long time.
That's right. We don't talk just about condition, but there are so many different conditions by the way the truth is. So we don't have to begin to talk about conditioned by different names, different kinds. But just now, begin to understand whatever is there is conditioned. This is the moment of understanding of no one, no self at all. Dhamma is Dhamma. What arises is a conditioned Dhamma. Is it firm enough? See, little by little, not forgetting what has been heard as it is. Dhamma is Dhamma. No matter we talk about the situation, the war, the peace, and so on, what is Dhamma? A Dhamma from moment to moment, only in a moment, no one there at all. So no matter how much we learn about the truth, to understand Dhamma as Dhamma. So when we talk about whatever arises is conditioned, there are so many different conditions in life that can be known. For example, Chitta and Cetasika condition each other. They arise together, different conditions. What arises together, no matter what arises together is conditioned. So Chitta arises. Is Chitta conditioned because it arises? And is it conditioned because it has a reason? See, from the very beginning, but we don't name it and we don't give name to it yet. But understanding the condition is a little bit more. That no one can make anything arise at all. Learn to understand the truth. Without the eye, they cannot be seen. Without that which impinge on the eye, they cannot be seen. So what are conditions for seeing? Not only one. And we give name or we name it one by one. When they arise together, Chitta and Cetasika, that's what is the meaning of Saha, Chata, Paccaya. Chitta and Cetasika arise together. And thus Chitta, Cetasika arise with Rupa at the same time.
Yes.
Can anyone know?
Buddha knows.
But learn to understand the moment of birth. No one, Dhamma, is there from birth. So what Dhamma is at moment of birth? See, Chitta, Cetasika, Rupa, conditioned by Kamma Paccaya. And they arise together at moment of birth. Sahachata Paccaya. But they are different. So Chitta and Cetasika condition each other by condition, one condition. But when it arises with Rupa, same condition or different condition. See, that's why we learn a little more of condition. What for? To have more understanding, a little more understanding of that which cannot be taken for anything, someone, or something at all. Each one is conditioned to arise and falls away instantly. Through life, the whole life, from life to life, never change. All are dhammas. But it depends on each life, how much of this or how less of that, and so on. Much of ignorance in life, and attachment, aversion, and more moments of akusala. That's why beginning to be firm of understanding the truth. Parami, what is it? Without it, there can never be the understanding at level of enlightened to the truth of this moment at all. That's why I learn to understand what we heard or read about a little more carefully, thoroughly, about one reality at a time. No doubt about when is ignorance. See?
Yes.
And condition. Learn to understand Sahajata Pajya. One condition. Whatever arises together by conditions is Sahajata Pajya. Condition it to arise together. Can hearing, condition seeing to arise.
No.
That's why we learn about ayatana. What has to be there just at that very moment of seeing or moment of hearing. The other reality has nothing to do at that moment of seeing. Ayatana, see, more precise, little by little, to understand the truth as no one.
Yes, Ajahn.
A little more understanding unexpectedly. When will it be fully understanding, ripened, right time, ready to understand what we are talking about right now as it is. That's why there are 3 rounds of Ariya Satya.
Yes, Ajahn.
We have to know Ariya Satya of what? Dhamma, Satya Dhamma is so real. Seeing cannot hear. See, no one can make anything to arise at all. Satya Dhamma, until there is the moment of enlightened truth and reality at a time. The 3rd round of understanding what we are talking about never changed at any time. At moment of study, it has to be just as we are talking about. At moment of beginning to understand it directly, it has to be as we have talked about. At moment of realization, the truth, it has to be as we are talking about. A little more clear and clear and clear until no doubt at that very moment, just at that very moment, until it's the moment of enlightening the truth. And the wrong understanding of self can never arise anymore. It has been eradicated. Ultimately, see, now no doubt about seeing because it has been realized, but not just by hearing, considering, understanding. So very little now, because it's not direct understanding of seeing yet. No doubt now, but there is doubt of seeing for sure. No doubt at level of the first round of Ariya Satya when it's firm enough.
Ajahn, can you, would you mind talk more about ayatana?
Okay. Is it Dhamma? It has to begin with Dhamma.
Yes, Ajahn. Ayatana is Dhamma.
So we talk about one Dhamma. When there's no seeing, what is there? Other moment, which is not seeing, right? That's why we just talk about one moment of seeing what is there, that it has to be there. Without it, seeing cannot arise at all. There are many Cetasikas, but what are there? There are many different Citta, but what is there? And there are Rupas, but what has to be there? not all of them. So what are there at that very moment is ayatana. It's the meeting point, or it has to be there together. Otherwise, there cannot be that moment. So is seeing ayatana?
Yes, Ajahn.
What ayatana?
Chakwayatana. It's just a wording, but it's the meeting
Yeah.
of the it's the meeting.
Manayatana. In general, it is manayatana. And without the rupa, which impinge on the body, on the eye, can they be seen?
No, Ajahn.
So it needs the rupa, which impinge on the eye base and hasn't fallen away yet, to be there for seeing. So the rupa yatana is the word for that which is seen. So there must be the seeing manayatana and the object of seeing, the rupa yatana, and the what? It has to be there. Without it, there cannot be seen. What is it? The source?
Asayatana.
The eye, base,
Yeah, it is.
Chakrayatana.
Chakwayatana. Yes.
And the Chetasika has to be there together with Chitta. Dhamma yatana.
Dhammayatana.
So at moment of seeing, there must be Chakrayatana,
Manayatana.
Rupayatana, Dhamma yatana. See, 4 of them. So what about the ear at that moment of seeing? Not ayatana at all. At moment of
I see.
seeing, the
Yes,
ear base cannot be ayatana.
not at all.
Mhm. One single moment of experiencing an object, what has to be there? Even there are so many other different things, but they are not there as conditions, as ayatana.
I see, Ajahn.
And we can start from the very beginning of Paticcasamuppada. Without it, there can never be ayatana. See, little by little, understanding the way it is as Dhamma, not at anyone's control. Nobody can control whatever to arise and fall away or not falling away. Impossible. That has to be by condition. The seeing is conditioned by all these ayatana for seeing or at moment of seeing. When there's no seeing, can the Chakku Pasata be ayatana?
No.
Not at all.
Right.
See? Because the Chakku Pasata also arises and falls away each moment, all the time, one at a time. So only that which is there has a reason, and that which impinge on it, the Rupa Yatana, condition, the seeing. So they are all there, 4 of them, for Ayatana. So no doubt about any moment there must be ayatana. Is that right?
Yes, Ajahn.
Even the arupa Brahma, see, the highest level, the highest plane of arupa bhumi, neva sanya na sanya yatana. There must be the vedana, there must be the sanya, and there must be the chitta. All are there. Even there's no rupa, but there must be ayatana for whatever arises. Because there must be conditions for whatever arises and what has to be there. Just right there, right then. It's ayatana.
Yes, Ajahn.
So is there ayatana at moment of birth?
Yes, Ajahn.
See, because there is chitta and cetasika.
And Rupa.
Mhm.
I can see a smile from Jonathan. Thank you.
So when we learn to understand the truth, it's not forgotten.
Yes, Ajahn,
But
true.
if just remember the word and just recite it, no understanding, or not enough understanding to be so firm that it cannot be changed. That's why it's new habits develops little by little. Listen carefully of each word of truth, which is so very deep. Reality are the same as now. So it is as now when it's the moment of higher understanding, not just the first round, the second round, and the third round. Actually, like now. Never be changed. It's that so true. So when right understanding is developed, keener and keener, sharper and sharper, it can understand the difference of the seeing and that which is seen right now. From hearing, it just considering the truth that seeing cannot be that which is seen, because seeing, experience an object, that which is seen only. Seeing cannot experience sound. Seeing just experience that which is there, seen now. So seeing is not that which is seen. And if there's no understanding enough of seeing, there must be I see the whole day. And if there's no understanding of that which is seen, there must be I see something the whole life. Right?
Yes, Ajahn, that's so true.
And that is such a parami, conditioned by panya parami and patience parami. It doesn't matter. It depends on understanding. If understanding is not keen enough, it's not sharp enough, it's not clear enough, it cannot realize the truth. It cannot understand in darkness of what is there as it is. Because it has to be minder which understand the truth. At that level,
Yes, Ajahn. Thank you so much. I can say that right now. The understanding of ayatana really clears out the way of what we're seeing, hearing right now. Because it's there right now. It's at this moment, ayatana.
at moment of deep sleep, is there ajatana?
There is, Ajahn.
There must be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now I'm more confident to answer this with a smile.
See, no one, but understanding is become firmer and firmer.
Yes, Ajahn. There's no one there, truly.
No need just to recite the word. The understanding is there. Dhamma begin to develop.
Yes, Ajahn.
Not I'm developing at all. See,
There's no I.
anytime, anywhere. So right understanding begins to understand the difference between ignorance and understanding. How can there be a moment of understanding that which is seen as not I or anyone or anything at all? Because what appears as that which is taken for I must be in light, but the moment of taking it, the shape and form as something is in darkness, in dark. Instantly, right now, see, the mind door of the sensor follow one another. So how can the different colors seen be something, see? How much ignorance from life to life accumulated to cling so much. And how can it gone, never arise again? That which seen cannot be anyone or anything. Now, see, when Panya is so bright enough, ready not to take what is there taken for something anymore. And without the mind or process, how can there be the distinction between the I process and the idol and the minder?
Mm.
So, in truth, what is there now? Minder process, more than sense process. But they do not appear as they are. That's why ignorance is there. It cannot understand anyone, reality at all, as a reality. So no doubt, when we'll be ignorant, it's there now.
Yes, Ajahn.
Anytime.
Ignorance is there, but does it appear? Can it be known?
Well, it doesn't appear.
No, it doesn't. And so there's no point in looking for it.
Yes.
But things are appearing that can be known, like the visible object and sound and thinking.
Yes.
So these things can be object of awareness and understanding. They appear. But there's a lot of the detail we learn about is not going, it doesn't appear now and maybe never will, but we need to know about it.
Yes.
Because it completes the picture of the world as described by the Buddha, the way things are in reality. And that is what understanding affirms, confirms, verifies. The development of the path is each step is a verification of things that have been heard and considered, but not yet understood. And there's no saying what realities will become the object of awareness and understanding in due course. But we just need to appreciate that there are limited potential objects when understanding is not yet highly developed.
I agree. I agree.
So it just goes little by little, slowly, gradually, step by step.
Yes, Jonathan. A few questions that once it's cleared out, as you said, it doesn't really pinpoint ignorance. Like you can see it or be aware of it, but it just clears out all the doubt that makes right understanding sharper and sharper. Yeah. If anyone doesn't have any question, I want to clear out one doubt that I've been carrying regarding sila. So I'm starting to understand. Yes, it's the behavior of the chitta, but because all my life I thought sila was the viditi, so it always arises with kusala chitta. You know the three vidati. Yeah. So distinction
Restraint.
between two. Yes, restrained, the vidate. So where does this meaning of sila comes when it's just a behavior of all citta, which is kusala, and vipaka, which is
Vyakata, yes, other
apsyakata.
citas.
But then vidate, what is that a sila?
So I'll just speak briefly and Sarah will be able to add more. The description of kusala sila, agusala sila, avyakata sila is from the Abhidhamma.
Yes.
Yeah. And the three virities are each are a particular mental factor. And they are each one of the path factors also. So they are realities, mental factors.
Mm-hmm.
They perform a particular function. So they are wholesome, sobana, jetasikas.
Yes.
So we can talk about sila in terms of the three virities,
Mm-hmm.
because that is what is mentioned in the suttas. Or we can talk about sila as kusala sila, akusala sila, avyakata sila, because that is mentioned in the Abhidhamma.
Okay, that clears out. So
yeah.
thank you.
Or we can talk about sila in terms of the precepts also, because
Yes.
they are also mentioned, I think, in the suttas.
Okay.
But in terms of actual realities, the silas that are mentioned, the taking the precepts, we're not talking there about absolute realities as such.
Meaning?
Because that's meaning that the taking of the precepts is not a particular reality. It depends on the consciousness, the understanding of the person at the time of, for example, undertaking the precepts or reciting the precepts or whatever they want to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
But the three virities are specific conditioned realities, mental factors. Yeah.
And in this example, we're talking about path factors. So obviously only kusala sila is being referred to, only kusala concentration, only kusala effort, all accompanied by right understanding as path factors.
Yeah, so there can be restraint from a kusala that is not kusala jitta doing the restraining. So it can be another kind of a kusala that refrains from the first agusala. And that wouldn't be virity then.
It wouldn't be.
No,
So,
it would be the suppression of one kind of agusala by another kind of agusala, or the substitution.
So most people only understood sila as vidate because of the understanding of the sutta only, not the Abhidhamma.
Right.
I see. Thank you. Thank you so much. I do understand, but it's just that I don't have the answer, and now you gave me the one answer. Thank you. Thank you, Sean.
Okay.
Thank you, Sarah.
Hello, everyone. I have one question. Sarah, can you make me clear about Sahajata Pachaya and Sampayutta Pachaya?
Yes, Sampayutta Pachya only refers to namas arising together and falling away together. So citta and cetasikas accompanying the citta arise together and fall away together by Sampayutta Pachya, but we can't talk about rupas arising and falling away together by Sampayutta. It's only for namas. Sahajata Pachya can refer to namas or rupas. So as we've discussed, simply when Chitta and Chaitasikas arise together, associate together, condition each other. It is by Sahajata Pachya when the Mahabhuta Rupas, the primary Rupas, arise together and fall away together. They condition each other by Sahajata Pachya. The primary Rupas also condition the other Rupas arising together in a group with them by Sahajata Pachya, but we cannot say the other Rupas, which are dependent on the primary Rupas, condition the primary Rupas or each other by Sahajata Pachya. Ajahn briefly referred to at birth. At birth, the Patisandhi Chitta arises, and 3 groups of rupas arise at that moment. So this is the only time the rupas arise together with the chitta. The chitta and chaitasikas, as I recall, condition the hadiya watu by Sahajata Pachya and vice versa. But it's different for the other 2 groups of rupas, actually all conditioned by karma. So there are a few little unusual occasions for Sahajata Pachya. I would have to look at the details, but it can refer to chittas, chaitasikas, and also rupas. In brief.
Thanks, Sarah. So we cannot say Sahapatiya by mental factor and chitta. Cannot say only Sampayut only.
Sampayutta and Sahajata, both.
We can
For
say
example,
Sahajat also.
yes, the seeing now arises with 7 chaitasikas. Like we discussed, the chaitana conditions the chitta and the chaitasikas. It arises together with by Sahajata Pachya. And in turn, each of those other chaitasikas and the chitta condition the others, including the chaitana by Sahajata Pachya. So at that moment, the chaitana conditions and is conditioned by Sahajata Pachya. And also by Sampayutta Pachya, because they arise together and fall away together. So many conditions to indicate the nature between the chitta and the chaitasikas at any moment.
Yes, thanks to Sarah. More about Pachya. When seeing is arise and fall away, so sometimes it can be conditioned to akusala, right? Sometimes can be kusala, right? How different the Pachya between kusala and kusala, right? When seeing is up here.
Actually, the seeing is not kusala or akusala, and it's not kusala or akusala vipaka. When it's said to be kusala or akusala vipaka, it just means it's a result of kusala or akusala, but there are no kusala or akusala roots. So it's ahetuka, the seeing and the chaitasikas are ahetuka, but because they are the result of kusala or akusala karma, they get the name kusala or akusala vipaka and experience either a pleasant or an unpleasant object. If the seeing is a result of kusala karma, no roots, no unwholesome roots or pleasant or wholesome roots, but it experiences a pleasant object. If it's the result of unwholesome karma, it experiences an unpleasant object. That's all.
But when it's falling away, it can be the object or the chitta that arise next to it.
So the visible object is the same object that's experienced by all the chittas in the I-door process, the I-door adverting consciousness, the seeing consciousness, the sampatichana, santirana, votapana, kusala or akusala chittas which follow, which we discuss with Nina, and sometimes two tadaramana chittas. They all experience exactly the same visible object. So if the seeing is the result of kusala karma and sees a desirable object, all the other citas experience exactly that same desirable object.
Yes, my question is just only one object, but what about condition that at the moment that Japina arise can be kusala or can be akusala? What different of pachaya or condition that can be arise at kusala or akusala at Japina itai chit?
So after the seeing consciousness, let's say it's a desirable object seen, when the Javana citas arise, probably with lobha and ignorance, subtle attachment to that pleasant object. So it can be, the seeing can be a result of kusala karma, but it can be followed by akusala citas with ignorance or attachment, or both ignorance and attachment, clinging to that pleasant object. That's why Ajahn asked, can ignorance arise? Yes, even when it's a result of kusala karma, ignorance can arise in the same process.
And just to state the obvious, Kim Hong, the Javana jittas, kusala or akusala, are not result of karma, are they? They occur by accumulated tendencies, liking and disliking. So they're not related to the vipaka aspect of the sense door consciousness.
So it can be a kusala or kusala after seeing fallen away is according to condition that arrive with kusala or kasala, right?
And Ajahn mentioned one condition, upanisya pachya, but then she said, never mind about the name. So these kusala or akusala citas follow by upanisya pachya, particularly Bhakatu upanisya pachya, the habit of clinging, the habit of ignorance, the habit of kusala occasionally. And we've learnt about the asavas, the very subtle ignorance, wrong view, and so on. So the clinging, the subtle ignorance arises even in the idle process, by habit, not by the result of karma, by upanisya pachya.
Still conditioned, not us. Right?
All conditioned. Who can stop clinging when a pleasant object is seen in the idle process? Impossible. Gone so fast. Completely unknown, like now. Completely unknown. The ignorance now, completely unknown in the idle process.
So can we say that all Dhamma can be the object of ignorance or can be the object of sati, right?
Sorry, what object? All Dhammas.
All the Dhamma, yes, all the Dhamma that arise.
Yes, all Dhammas can be the object of ignorance or clinging, yes. Clinging can be cling to anything.
Ignorance or can be object of awareness or sati, right?
Can be, any reality can be the object of satipatthana, but by what level of understanding? By whose understanding? What level? What degree? Can even the arahats other than the Buddha directly know the sampatichana and santirana citas when they arise? Can be, but by what degree of understanding?
Yes, I see. Thank you, Sarah.
Good topics, Kim Hong. Let's see if Ajahn would like to add anything to them.
Kim Hong, Nibbana cannot be the object of any other chitta except Lokutara.
Can we cling to Nirvanas?
No.
We cannot cling.
Just the concept of Nibbana, but not Nibbana
I just want
itself.
to read Nirvanas. Cannot.
That's the concept. That's a concept of Nibbana. but not the reality of Nibbana.
Yeah, thank you. Ajahn, please.
John, please. We can't hear you.
Okay, now, what would you like to talk about now? Just one at a time, please.
Yes, we're talking about what the object for clinging or what the object for awareness, Ajahn.
So is there any object of clinging now?
Yes, Ajahn.
So we know any time of that which appears without understanding, there must be ignorance, and sometimes with attachment or aversion. It depends on that very moment by conditions. No one can make aversion to arise or attachment to arise or anything to arise at all. Aversion is a reality. It experiences the object by way of getting angry, irritation, very subtle uneasiness. See? It's daily life right now. Learn to understand what is there little by little. It's real, it's uncontrollable, no matter its attachment or aversion. By conditions, experience the object through the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body and mind. That's all. Is there anything more to talk about it? It's now.
Yes, Ajahn. Sometimes we just try to just force ourselves to be understand what you said, but we still idea or Ajahn.
Because there's not yet the understanding of just one reality at a time, of the degrees of understanding it. For example, there is seeing right now while we are talking. Is there any ignorance of seeing while we are talking?
Sometimes, yes, Ajahn, we still ignorant.
No understanding of seeing while we are talking at all. No understanding that seeing is not hearing, thinking. So many realities are known until it's known little by little when we just think or consider it carefully. For example, seeing cannot be together with hearing, different moment, but they seem that they are there together. So is there any ignorance of seeing while one is talking?
Even we say that we understand what you're talking about seeing, but we still not realize about seeing, Ajahn.
But understanding is understanding, but different degrees. Now it is the moment of understanding the word, the truth about seeing. That there is seeing, so seeing is real. But no
Yes,
one make it
Ajahn.
arise, so it's conditioned. But no understanding of seeing as seeing. There is ignorance of seeing. Is there attachment to seeing while one is talking? See, it cannot be known. That's why it has to be understood little by little, one by one, of what is there as it is. So many realities seem to arise together, appear together, but in truth, just one moment at a time. And there has to be clear understanding of a moment, little by little, to understand the truth of that which is there, only one at a time. Is it true? No one. But there is a reality appearing one at a time. or arising one at a time. Learn to understand Dhamma as not anyone. Ignorance does not belong to anyone, but it's a reality which cannot understand what is there as it is at all. So if the question is about what is there now? See, what is there now? What is there now?
Is there seeing อาจารย์
Sorry,
seeing อาจารย์
is the understanding of seeing?
no
See, that's why can't it be understood?
cannot อาจารย์
Not at all. Or it can be understood when time comes, when there are ready conditions to understand it. It can be understood by understanding only. So how come understanding to understand seeing or anything, little by little, hearing about it carefully, little by little, not all together at once, because each reality is different from the others. So we begin to understand the difference between seeing and that which is seen, hearing and that which is experienced, smelling, which is different from the smell. See, in a day, not any moment at all to understand this reality. Just take it for something or someone or situation all the time, from moment of waking up to the moment of falling asleep, all as something, but in truth, nothing at all. In deep sleep, where were they? Not anything appearing at all. And what is there? See, learn to know, to understand the moment which it does not appear. It seems like there's nothing at all. But in truth, what is there? See, otherwise, I fell asleep, I wake up, I see, I hear, I think, I like all day. But what is there in truth? Little by little, understanding what is there, different degrees, listening carefully. That which is seen cannot be anything or anyone at all. Is it firm now? While it sees something now? How far from ignorance to understanding? In truth, what is seen is not that which can be seen only, but it's something, what's right and what's wrong, what is ignorance and what is wrong understanding. Begin to know how much ignorance, if there's no hearing, considering about the word of truth, of what is there as it is, that which is seen, not a doll, not a flower, not a pen, not anything at all, only that which is seen. How come someone seen, something seen? In truth, it is in darkness most in a day, only a speck of light. Seen, is it true? And that is right understanding at the degree that it can understand the difference between moment of seeing and other moment which is not seen at all in darkness. Is it true?
yes อาจารย์
So learn to understand how much ignorance taking what is there which is seen as something and someone all day and all life, from life to life. And to the moment when right understanding is so great that it can understand the truth, the ultimate truth, no matter what. It cannot be anything as usual as ignorance take it for being something. That in truth it's just a moment of that which experiences an object and gone instantly. So learn about what is there at moment of experiences and objects, and what is there which is experienced a little more. It's not just seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching. There are more realities than that. What are they? Unknown. But it's there from head to toe. That's why Buddha taught about the truth, the source of the world. The reality which arises and experiences the object. See, if there's no such reality which experiences the object, nothing is known or nothing can appear at all. So what appears is because of that which arises and experiences it. So the reality which is conditioned to arise to experience, not anyone, not I, not my friend, not my family, not my possession. It's only that which is seen or heard or thought about or smelled or touched. That's all. Letting go the big burden of holding to no matter what as something so firmly. In truth, it's not there at all. Is it true?
Very true, Ajahn. It's very subtle, Dhamma.
And just a little letting go of the idea of something or someone until what is now as it is appear as it is. Is there any color of seeing? That's
No, Ajahn.
it. So what is it? Not that which is seen. So what is it? It doesn't have any color or sound or smell or taste. But it just arises to experience the object from birth to death, and birth again after death, and death again, on and on and on and on, non-stop. It's a big, very, very big prison of ignorance, and that which is conditioned to arise and fall away. No way out if there is no understanding, no word of truth from the enlightenment out of his great virtues of wisdom. So at any moment of beginning to understand the truth, no one, it's a moment of experiencing an object. See, it's so great to begin to understand the truth, and so great respect to the one who has enlightened to the truth, to share his understanding with the others out of his great compassion. No way out if there's no understanding of the truth. There must be seeing again after death, there must be birth and seeing, hearing again and again, just like now, on and on and on, endlessly, when there's no understanding, to let go of ignorance and attachment, which condition life. So now it's moment of beginning to understand what is life. No one at all, only different conditions.
Thank you so much, Ajahn.
So the truth can be considered a little more carefully, wisely, to let go the idea of self. Not anyone can do, because in truth there's no one, but it's a function of right understanding. It understands the truth, while ignorance cannot understand the truth at all. No understanding of seeing, as what we have heard from the words of the enlightenment. How great, the most precious moment in life, in samsara, any moment of understanding. Understand the way out of samsara, non-stop arising and falling away by conditions like that. So we can talk about anything a little more to understand a little more of the truth, because the truth is so very deep, very subtle. For example, visible object, or that which is seen now. How come to be someone seen right now? It's wrong understanding, miccha-titi. Not anyone, but it's a reality which has wrong understanding. No one, but wrong understanding takes it for someone or something all the time. Atta, something. But the word of truth or Dhamma, whatever is real, is anatta. So no matter how much there is understanding, it's to understand the truth, anatta, not anyone. Only the way it is, the way Dhamma is.
Like we said at the beginning, no one living now, no one who dies, no one who is reborn, just dhammas arising and falling away. Very amazing. Seeing, thinking, hearing, life after life. Thank you very much, Ajahn. I think we can continue next time. And thank you, Kim Hong and Nina, for the good questions and topics.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Sawasdee krap,
Ajahn.
Ajahn. Sawasdee krap.